People that make shit up, sell comic books, right? And then sell you real estate and drugs. And that's people that make shit up. You get people a lot of times about, oh, he says, no, man, I'm the real deal of what I say and what I do. And I was real, even if they took all the surveillance and eradicated it. I had professional athletes tell me that I was one of the best ball players they ever played against. Okay. I had a professional athlete in Cano Park with Mike Scott and all that, who was the Arizona Republic Player of the Year. Told him, hey, he's the best player. They ain't going to give you that call, Mr. Mike at Tulsa University, and so yeah, he'd tell me that sucks. You come in, it's like this all. Yeah, it comes like this all the time. I think he thought I was Mexican, but I didn't know anybody. It was just Encanto was supposed to be the best place to play in Phoenix to play against the best ball players. But the thing about it is Rocky set me straight. They'll hurt you. They're not the best ball players in the valley if they'll hurt you to beat you. It's like, yeah, but fucking the Celtics and the Lakers will do that. And the Golden State Warriors, step under Kawhi Leonard's foot, so takes a lot for me to change. Not me, man. It doesn't take. I'll never change. I'll always be the eternal spirit of the Lord, no matter what people say or do. And that's just the way it is. Some things will never change. You better believe them. But when I was sitting there, I was watching this stuff with the little Isabella girl in El Paso, with all the wackadoodles from the military, for Rockefeller, you need to kill my killer dogs because they won't kill themselves and stop themselves from killing. And I'm like, yeah, they'll gladly kill over me and my grandpa's money and watch you and your Jesus die, Parsons. I watch TV and I pray, to be of service. Look, you want to be of service? Live the Lord's Prayer. All right. If 5 people get together and it's sincere, and 3,000 people get together over money, what would you rather have? Are you sincere when you say you love me, right? So Jesus knows. He'd like to know which way to go. Are you sincere? And so when you do things that are excessive and compulsive and irrational, it doesn't matter if you're a professional who's an expert in your field. Okay? You broke your back doing extreme, excessive things, and then you get up and do extreme, excessive. And Rockefeller said, they'll gladly kill over me and my grandpa's money and watch you Jesus die person. So she'll get in that wheelchair and say, I'd love to go to space. Why? Do you need to go to space? You need to live peace. You need children not to be killed by chemtrails at the airport, right? And cause heart disease and birth defects and mental and emotional disabilities. We're more roach-like than ever before. And it shouldn't be like that. Well, because we've done so much to make sure that we're not using regular gasoline, but there's more of us doing irrational things to be competitive and win. And the Wi-Fi, you got to win. So you have constant bombardment from, you don't get the boop and then go sleep and get Song of Wyoming from John Denver and then have the little Indian head, that's what they used to call it, of a person that lived here before Christopher Columbus discovered India. You're funny. I know. West Indies. But you guys, you got to understand, okay, who you're dealing with, what you're dealing with, how you're dealing with it. Okay, do you understand what's happening to you? Do you understand that brain chemical addicts that are cocaine sex addicts will gladly throw a baby in front of a bus to keep snorting coke and asking for money for sex? You don't believe me? Just go watch your Epstein-style stuff. Oh, you can't see this because to protect the innocent. Who's living the Lord's Prayer? Okay. I'm innocent. I'm living in Bible for Lord's Prayer, and nobody stands up to protect me. Fuck him. He's crazy. He thinks he's God. Yeah. I'd like to know which way to go. And they talk about that little poster, and Pancho Villa was there and Billy the Kid was there. And how many people did Billy the Kid kill because people were fighting over money? How many people did Pancho Villa have to kill because they were fighting over money? Okay, do you know that the Messiah has also eaten there? And he stood up so you clear the... It's in my book that I read on Facebook that they obliterated because I didn't meet community standards, right? It's at La Posta, where the red-faced man and Vaughn get into it and then they go in the plaza. It's a very good book. It's an excellent book. It's one of the best books ever written. But yeah, it is. The Parable of Juan and Jesus. I am the light, I am the way. Was free on Facebook, but I went against their community standards because Glasheen Virus and Enderman wins big. Basically, here's what happens when you see a Michael Gopin commercial, okay? You just got injured by being extorted and exploited by psychopaths that are dying you, Lord's Prayer. Now we're going to give you lots of money to stimulate their economy and kill people with chemtrails. So we can use the cancer research centers in our hospital to make money off people being sick. Oh, I like that. Yes, Richard Milhouse Nixon. We know Nelson Rockefeller. Hey, Henry Kissinger. Kiss this motherfucker. Do you understand? That's what's happening. That's why they get excited. They're going to make lots of money off of you getting tortured and then lots of money to pass on to stimulate the economy of genocide operations. I hope Isabella understands that. You don't look lactose intolerant. Leonard looks lactose intolerant. I'm just kidding you. How do you know who's, it's like that whole thing with that kid in Sierra Vista when the homeless guy was walking in, he goes, looks like a child molester. I said, how do you know what a child molester looks like? My sister's Christian church, their PE coach was having sex with the teenage girls. Do you sit there and say, wow, he looks like a super jock fashion model? He has sex with 12-year-old girls. Oh, he works at Fort Huachuca? Right, and Fort Bliss. Right, well, hey, brothel me this, brothel me that. Hey, Tyler Sheridan, how's business? What an asshole. I know. Ooh, the girl who plays the god on Dora the Explorer. Could you give her my phone number? Only if she can live the Lord's Prayer. If not, I don't have a phone number. I'm just being obnoxious. You know me, I'm good at it. But these two teams are coming out firing here. Well, they weren't. I guess it was slow for a while. This is the end of the first quarter. I just finally changed it over here. I'm watching the Wildcats and the Fredbirds. And he pulled it. Oh, shit. I thought there was a guy streaking near the back of the end zone. I thought, oh, that's going to be wide open. Nope, he didn't get it. Okay. One little guy who made the video talking about the playoffs said, hey, this is his favorite team. This is who he's rooting for. The one little kiddo. Yeah. Said, it's my favorite team. I see why they're his favorite. Well, he's probably from the East Coast, but I see why they're his favorite to watch. They are exciting. They got the Mace kid is really good. The quarterback is athletic, and the defense gets after it. They're a fun little team to watch. Yeah. So they're watching and going, yeah, I was rooting for Lehigh. They're from Bethlehem. Not Philadelphia. Philadelphia, they hate you if you don't win the World Series for them, and then threaten to kill you, and you have to leave town. Wild thing, you make my heart sing. Yeah, they had crazy ass fucking mobster fans and lobster sauce in Philadelphia. Yeah, they do. It's always sunny in Philadelphia. Don't you believe it? But in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, I don't think anybody's going to threaten to kill anybody on the football team that didn't win the playoff game. I don't think that's going to happen. I saw ribbons, scarlet ribbons. There's a village. It's one of the prettiest places you ever see a college football game at. There is that stadium there in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. It's gorgeous. It's got those beautiful hills they call mountains. Just kidding around. Old Eric Hebb got that one. Blue Ridge Mountains, and that's a hill in New Mexico. I'm just being facetious. We're at like most of our communities are at 3,000 feet above sea level. Okay, so our mountains look a lot like their mountains because if our mountains are 7,000 feet, you're at 4,000 feet, but so it's 3,000 feet up there. Right, that's how it is in Silver City and here in Cruces. Okay, so the views of the mountains are going to be very similar. They're like at sea level and just barely above 100 feet elevation, 1,000 feet, it's smaller. They're at low elevation, and then their mountains are 3 and 4. That's what we call a hill in New Mexico. I joke with them. But then, the funny thing is this, we are at 4,000 feet elevation here, but the Oregon mountains are at 9,000, close to 10, so that is still higher than most of the mountains in Pennsylvania and stuff like that. And in West Virginia, I'm not sure. They got some bigger ones there. But, we got some big old mountains out here. We're in the West. It's just the way that the thing goes together. Mountains are beautiful. They bring in the rain and the snow and the animals and stuff. So mountains are a wonderful thing. Love is a wonderful thing. Yeah. And so, but all those people, you're watching, Stuart Scott must have played sports and then reported on sports and stuff like that. I played sports and quit because everybody that wanted to win would cheat to win. And I said, fuck it, it's not worth it. I wasn't going to tolerate a life of abuse with a bunch of abusers to be successful at their abuse with money. I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. Assholes, right? Get your head and shoulders on straight. Get rid of your microbes. Cool guys don't look at explosions. And cool guys don't sell out to the devil and Satan and ignore the living Messiah. Okay. Be cool. Love the Messiah. Love him like he loves you. It's easier for you guys to do. I've done all the work. Got the technology right on the brink of, connecting worldwide and being able to apply physics. It's like, why are you going to space? Do you need to go to space? No. Is excessive and compulsive and causes ecological problems? Yes. When you go through the ozone layer. Okay, why are you guys still doing that? Nobody listens to me. Do you think you might be being motivated by military intel that's doing genocidal operations and you have a similar brain chemical addiction? And David Rockefeller called you guys on your shit back in 2009 and 10 when you used to talk to me in my head, zombies. Do you understand? Rockefeller wants you dead. He wants you kill them all, Parsons. I don't want to kill them all. What do you think I'm he sounds like the fucking dude that calls Al Pacino on Dog Day Afternoon, Kill them all, no, take your bayonet. And it's like, oh, God, he must be a disgruntled vet from born in East LA in the USA. Fucking crazy. Get your box of s'mores. What about, you forgot the loaf of bread. What about the container of milk and a stick of butter? Loaf of bread, container of milk, and a stick of butter. Oh, it's cute. It's from Sesame Street, right? I think it is. The little girl, a loaf of bread, container of milk, and a stick of butter. A loaf of bread and a container of milk and a stick of butter. Do you remember that one? That one was cute. It was. I remembered, Mom. A loaf of bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter. Who sends their kid off to the store? Tammy, to get cigarettes and candy. Mike used to follow him. She said, he's a pervert. I asked him. I said, what are you doing? She said, she sends the kids down to go buy her cigarettes at the store, and with the change, they can buy candy and stuff. I said, oh, shit, that needs to stop. So the next time I saw Jamie walking down to the corner store to get a loaf of bread and a box of s'mores and stuff, I told him, you tell Tammy to get up off her ass and get her own fucking cigarettes. You tell her Ralph said that, right? So Tammy comes walking up to me and goes, did you just tell my son? Hell yeah, I said that. He said it exactly. And he said it verbatim, right? Ralph said to get your ass up off the couch and get your own motherfucking cigarettes, right? Did he say that? Yeah, he did. Old Jeremy, he was a good kid. I love open heart surgery. Yeah, when he was 5 years old. From drugs and alcohol. Okay, anybody else want to stimulate the economy in El Paso? Move us all next to the airport. Born in the USA, man, I was born in the USA. Denied the Lord's Prayer from cradle to grave, because I'm ashamed to be seen in public, because I'm not in a hurry. Wait a minute, what do I do? You're not ashamed to be seen in public. You guys are addicted to it. Rockefeller wants you dead. It's a genocidal operation. You got to understand you're dealing with psychotic genocidal people. That if they could stop, using the sweet loving songs on Will Trent to that kind of thinking, okay, it encourages and promotes. It insidiously addicts people to those kind of behaviors for attention. So if they can't get positive attention, they just want attention. Pay attention to me, son of Sam, son of Sam. Pay attention to me, Jeffrey Dahmer, Jeffrey Dahmer. They're not paying attention to me. I'll get my way. I'm Carl from the cell. We know. Don't let that man ever get a hold of a white German Shepherd, Bosco. That was funny with Corey. We'll punch you. And then we said what happened. Well, it's a stupid dog. And even Amy was like, no, Corey. He could die from dehydration. It's hot here. You've got to remember, you can't leave him in the house. He'll tear the house up. So he's on the back patio. You got to have this. What I would do is leave a note on the front, not on the front door, but on the front when you walk in the walkway. Have it somewhere where it says Bosco, in case you forget, because you do forget. You get distracted. Say Bosco's out on the patio. And his dad already got a big storage jug, a bucket that you use to wash the car with and all that stuff, he would get it and fill it full of water for Bosco before he left in the morning, right? And that dog would drink and pee and pee and drink. Sometimes he'd go out there and that thing would be empty. Okay, a full bucket, those big buckets. This is like a 5-gallon bucket or whatever. Yeah, he'd fill it full of water. Well, because he loved his dog, Bosco. That dog nicked me up when he was little. Oh my gosh, because we always had things to play. He was cute, old Bosco. Yeah, I liked Bosco. He was a fun dog. He is a white German Shepherd, like the one they used on the cell. Yeah, with Vincent D'Onofrio and that. Yeah. Okay, and who's the other guy? The wedding crasher guy. What's his name again? Fred Claus. What the fuck is his name again? Fred Claus. Fred Claus? What's his name again? La-dee-da-dee-dum, la-dee-da-dee-dum. What's the name of that man? That song. What's his name again? He does his thing with Owen Wilson with the wedding guy. I forgot his name. I remember his face. He's Fred Claus. Shit. Oh, well. I'll get it. I won't have to look it up. I'll get it. Peace out. All right.